Where is everybody? Skylar, what episode?
Episode 17.
Woohoo!
Episode 17, what? How did we get here? Hi everybody, it's Randy's Facebook Live. See what I did there? Randy's Facebook Live, Randy's Facebook Live, Randi Driscoll's Facebook Live. Woo, I'm about to sneeze. Randy's Facebook Live, coming to you nightly from our little home here in Nashville, Tennessee, with our little crew. My husband as cameraman, there's Andrew McGinnis, hi.
Hi.
And my daughter Skylar Faith, a stage manager and audience of one.
Stage manager.
Yeah, I know, she doesn't, do you know what a stage manager does? We can talk to Aaron about that. Do you know what a stage manager does? Because it's a very important job.
I know, but I don't want to.
She doesn't want
You
the
don't
job.
want, it's a really good job, by the
You're
way.
doing a great job keeping me on track.
Actually, yes, I do.
You do want it. She's like, let's talk. We're going to talk. We're going to have a contract. We're talking about this. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing fine.
For the
Oh, asking.
For
Sorry.
those of you that may just be watching your first show of ours, we started this as a way to reach out and have community, to make sure that our friends were doing okay, to cut across the internet and give big virtual hugs. I said to Andrew, we should do this tonight, and he said, great. And I said, we should do it every night. And he was like, what? That's it. And here we are, over 2 weeks later, bringing you a fun, free show where you get to get some story time. You get to check in on some artist friends that I know, some beautiful people that I've been connecting with in our very, very, very high-tech, low-tech operation we have going here. And it's been a great thing for us. It gives us some purpose, and it lets us really connect with people in this new way of connecting. So I'm a singer-songwriter. If you guys have never seen me before, I know some of you are tuning in because you are fans of some of the people that we're having on as guests. So I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've been a touring musician for years, composer, piano player, all that, and I'm just lucky to know a lot of really great people. So we like to start off with what we did today. We did a little gardening today. It's so funny to me how important the earth is becoming to everyone, and we all say, oh, we knew it was important. I mean, people dedicate their lives to preserving the earth, and we know some of those people, but wow, it puts it all in perspective where you're taking the seeds out of your peppers and thinking about gardening. It's just a whole new world, and so that's a little thing that we did for Skylar's home learning today, right, gardening? And carnations, I want to talk about carnations. What? We didn't plant carnations. Andrew's like, what do carnations have to do with anything?
Came from nowhere.
People who know me know that I really love to keep flowers in the house, which is odd because I have terrible allergies, but I'm very careful about the kinds of flowers that I keep. Carnations are a really resilient flower, and I noticed this a long time ago because, quite frankly, they were inexpensive, and they come in really pretty colors, maybe not naturally, but they do come in a lot of pretty colors. And so I would get bunches of carnations and I would put them up all over the house because it made me feel better. And what I noticed is that they last for a very long time, and I had forgotten to put some water in a pitcher that I had, and these carnations were wilted, and it was absolutely my fault. So last night before I went up to sleep, I poured some water in them, cold water, and they came back to life, and they look really beautiful, and they make me really happy. And I know that they're not, dangerous to pets, and my cat will still chew on them and throw up, but the carnations just represented something to me, something that I do around my house that's not very expensive, that makes me happy, and also the resilience of flowers and the resilience of Mother Nature. So I wrote a note. These are my notes. Noah Heldman, if you're watching, they look a lot like our set list, don't they? That I can't read. That I'm like, what song are we playing? We're playing We're playing Carnations in the key of 70-10. What? Anyway, Carnations, something to make me smile. We also tell you, and then we had reading with Mia, one of Skylar's friends from San Diego, read to her today, or read with her today. I should say read with, because you read, and she just kind of followed along. So that was fun, great way to check in with people. Yay Zoom, yay FaceTime, yay Internet, yay Skype, yay all of the things, all of the ways, all of the... Are you going for a glass of water there? You just made me very nervous. I thought you were reaching for a glass of water.
See, no one knows my setup over here.
Knows your setup. All the people
I don't have a
that
tripod.
Very steady
I don't have a steady cam.
You don't have an assistant.
I don't.
You don't have a...
I'm simply bracing my back.
You really are. By the way, I have a picture of Andrew on his back last night after our live show because it's not easy to do what he does. This is a very busy operation. Let's check in and see who's here. Hi, I'm here. Oh my gosh, there's 25 of you. Amanda, hi. You missed a couple, that's okay. I'm glad you're back. Hi, Maria. Say say hi to Theola for us. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sabrina. So here's the thing. If you hop on right away in the beginning, I can see you, and then it starts to get a delay. And last night I couldn't load it for a while. So I'm doing my best to shout out. If you message or comment, it's more likely that I'll be able to see who's on. But it's so fun to know that we have people from California, Colorado, Pennsylvania. It's super fun. Across the street, around the corner, Los Angeles, Wisconsin, and on and on and on. John Krasinski, we thought about this. Krasinski.
Potato,
You
potato.
know him. We watched his online TV show, talk show thing that he did. It's like Feeling Good or This Is Great Now or something last week, and we thought it was incredible, and I meant to post about it and I didn't. And as many of you know, he's now up to episode 2, and it's also incredible. And he's doing things highlighting good stories and making people feel good, and a lot of people are sharing it, and I think we need all of this. And it's never taken for granted that all of us sitting in our home trying to do these fun little things live, we understand that it's a luxury that we get to be here doing this. We know that there's a lot of people in my family, a lot of people in my extended circle that have to go into work to save lives, to deliver goods, to service, to be of service. And we're super lucky that we just get to hunker down and stay home and do the right thing and pray that this ends quickly and that people are okay. But while we're here, it's okay to share all those good things that make you happy. And I thought it was so great. What he's doing a little bit. I like to think he watched what I was doing and then started doing it. And
Did you say he's done 2 episodes?
He's done 2 episodes.
Come on, John, step it up. We're at 17.
They're
Come on
really
now.
Good. They're really good. Maybe he'll be a guest on our show. Hey, John, come be a guest.
If anyone knows John.
If you want to call in, because here's the thing. Although I'm really connecting to my people, but
That's
I
right.
can go beyond my circle. And you will. I mean, he's got a few hundred, 1,000 more viewers, but that's okay because my circle is pretty incredible, and I love all of you. And so, what else? Okay, tomorrow's a big show. Woo! When we realized we were going to do this every night, we needed content and some theme ideas. So tomorrow is Kids Night, brought to you by kids, with kids, for kids. Woo! We've got amazing guests. What? What'd you say? What? You're coming? Yeah. What?
For somebody.
For somebody, yes. Oh, yes. And then a big shout out.
It's a
Secret.
secret.
It's a secret, even though you just said my cousin and we announced it the other day. But yes,
I
it's
said my cousin.
cousin. It could be any of the cousins, but one cousin is having a birthday tomorrow, and she's having a virtual birthday because people are not able to gather, at fun bouncy places and get into one place and do the things that we normally do. So we're making the best of it. We are making the best of it. So these are all the notes and we always also tell you what we eat every day. I don't know, it just started off that way. So today is Taco Monday, Skylar. Wow.
Brought to you by Taco Tuesday, though. We moved it up a
That
bit.
was a really large reaction to Taco Monday. Yeah, there's some
It's exciting, right?
things cooking in the crock pot, and you'll have a quesadilla. Ask your Aunt Shauna about the time that I thought I invented the quesadilla. It's a true story. It's not a great story. Listen, I was from New Jersey.
You might as well tell it now.
I'd never had a quesadilla, and I was at a college party, and we got hungry after I sang, I think, on a coffee table with my then bandmate Paul. And I looked in the refrigerator for something to eat, and they had these 2 bread-like looking things and a block of cheddar cheese, and I put it together in a microwave, and I ate it, and I ran around the house yelling at everyone, saying, "This is the best thing you've ever tasted." I mean, look at what I just made. And they turned to me and they said, "Randy, that's a quesadilla." And I said, "I don't know what that means, but okay." Anyway, I did not invent the quesadilla, but it felt like I did. Skylar's horrified that I didn't know what a quesadilla was. I did not. So next week we also are bringing you Women We Love with Wine Wednesdays.
Abby says I remember that, by the
Abby
way.
remembers that, of course you do. And then the other thing I'm doing on our little show, ooh, I'm coughing. The other thing I'm doing on our little show is that I am trying to highlight a nonprofit. So what I started doing the first week was wearing t-shirts from a bunch of charities that I've sung for and that I've loved and that I've worked with. And not running out of t-shirts, but I'm spreading them out so that the t-shirt will go with the guest. I don't have a t-shirt for tonight's charity, but I do have a lovely daughter who drew a little something to let you know what it is.
And what is that, Skylar?
It's Mama's Kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen is out of San Diego, California, and I actually did a benefit with some people for them years and years ago. I think we started in the 90s. the idea is to bring meals to people who are critically ill. I believe it was started after the HIV and AIDS crisis. And the idea was nourishment and food to people who desperately need it. And like with all these charities, if you've been checking any of them out, they usually have something on the main page letting you know that this is a new crisis and things look very different now, but people are critically ill. These are people who have cancer. These are people who have very life-threatening diseases, and they are supplying meals to them and nourishment with love. And I remembered them, and they popped up on my feed today, and I looked to see what they were doing. And it's been a while since I lived in San Diego, but since our guest this evening that we may be hearing from is now living in San Diego, I thought it was a nice tie-in. So Mama's Kitchen, I'll put the link up. Go ahead and check them out. They're a really, really wonderful thing to support. So there you go. Woo! Did we get it in under 10 minutes? I'm trying to keep it tight.
I have
he
no
doesn't
idea.
know. He's like, I really can't look at
It
my
doesn't
watch
have a
right now.
counter. It doesn't.
Really
I
can't.
don't.
All right, I'm going to check it one more time with my friends. Hi, Renee. Hi, Mary Beth. Hey, Teresa. So you're Erica. I know you as Erica. Don't leave. We love you guys too. We have a lot of people on tonight. It's so great. You know what else I noticed is so many people share this thank you. And if you're having fun, do a watch party. You can click that little thing and do a watch party. The other thing you can do is go back and watch it. And a lot of people in California do that. They watch it the next day, or they'll watch it later that night because of the time. This is a little strange for people who may be working from home in California. I know it's 4 o'clock. And Andrew just mouthed really loudly. Like quietly.
You can watch them on YouTube.
You can watch them on YouTube.
'Cause I'm putting them there
we've been
too.
Working very hard to get them all up on YouTube. Thank you.
And if you feel like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
Look at you.
I'm trying to.
Look at my cameraman just found his voice. Every night I like to start with an original song. I try to. This song has been on my mind. It was written with a dear friend of mine, Tim McGarry, and a great guy out of Florida who comes up to Nashville a lot, and we have a lot of mutual friends. Tim will be coming on probably in the next week to entertain you guys. Tim is a lovely soul, and he called me about another organization that he was involved in, and we can talk about that the night that he comes on. But we were trying to write something in a place of darkness, but knowing that out of that darkness there was light. And so this is a song we wrote, and I thought tonight might be a nice night to share it. It's hard to pull yourself away from the news. We've certainly been trying to. We've trying to get outside. But I know that this is just emotions on pause, right? When we do stuff like this, it's just our hearts on pause because we're all having a whole lot of heavy right now. So this is a song I'm going to do for you right now. I don't think I've ever played it live. Maybe one time. It's called Hope's Alive.
In the darkest of times, I get the feeling how I'm only bits and pieces of the me I used to be. In the hardest of times, I get to thinking, if you put them back together, will anyone know it's me?
dancing. Sky's never heard that song. It's fun. I don't know. I never know what I'm gonna play every night. It always changes. And sometimes I play something that is a huge part of my set list and that is always kind of worked into my gigs and my shows. Sometimes I play something that I've never played live before because it feels right in the moment. But I love those words, out of the ashes, hope's alive. That's true, right? Out of the ashes, hope's alive. We have hope, we're holding on and we're trying. So thanks for listening. And Tripp recorded that here in Nashville. Do you know I don't know Tripp's last name? Tripp Weir, maybe? Great producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Weir. Andrew knows. Yep. Andrew knows, yeah. Is that because you have him in your phone?
Well, yeah.
I have cool Tripp. Everyone
Mapped
has
out his
nicknames
address
in
and stuff, yeah.
So it's, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we do have a guest.
What timing
There's someone
is
at the
every...
door. Who is it? Let's see who it is. Hi, you.
Oh, you hung up on him. Wow.
I've never done that before. Ben, if you're there, please. That was. Let me
Wow.
try that again.
Wow.
Yeah. We're going to fix that in post. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to fix that in post. Hey, can you guys flip your screen so we can see everybody that's there?
Are we good now? I feel like it just...
No, I only have,
Okay.
I put you on big, but I only...
Hey.
Hi, you. No, you got it. Yeah, do it again. Try to do it horizontal if you can. Like, flip it. Do you have the... Tell them where it is, Andrew. It's down on the left side of your...
If you use your cursor... You're on your computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so use your the cursor to go on the screen that has your face on it.
Yep.
And there should be a little circle icon.
Yep.
Hit it.
For making my thing, okay.
I think we're stuck this way. It's only saying use landscape. That's all it's saying.
That's crazy,
Do you have...
because before you were...
Do you have lock on your phone?
We're on a laptop.
Oh.
It's so weird, because before we had both of you.
Yeah, let's try one more
Try
time.
it again, one more time.
Woohoo.
Yeah, because we need to see the pretty girl next to you. Okay, one more time.
This is-
Well, we can do that, yeah. Okay, one more time. There you go, back.
See, this is live. This is live.
That's right. This is like...
He's
That's
so
somebody else?
quick.
That was so fast. Okay, accept.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
La-da-da-da-do-do.
Come on.
Oh, it might work now. Let's see. Maybe? Oh.
Hold on. Now we got to switch ours.
Let's...
Oh, yeah! Look at that. We're in.
That's the reaction we were waiting for.
I think I was too trigger happy before.
That's all
Okay,
right.
I hung up on you when I know. I tried to. Well, by the way, so we do a sound check. That's right, because this is very professional. This
That's right.
operation.
Look
And
how
I
well
always-
it worked.
I always tell people to call in, right? And I mean, they were like right on the money, like so prompt. So I know that you were ready for this. So now let me give you a proper introduction. This is my friend Ben Grace, and who is the lovely lady next to you? I know, but you can tell them.
This is Karen Thurston.
Yes, hi people. I'm so happy to see
And
your
this is
beautiful
Fable
faces.
Thurston.
Hi, Fable. Just doing like a
Yeah.
Hi, cutie. Hi.
The blur.
It's
That's
so
it.
nice to see that my daughter isn't the only one that puts on a little makeup when it's showtime.
You want to say hi, Sky?
Yeah, you want to say hi to Skylar? Here's
Get up
Skylar.
in there. Right up in here. There we go. Well,
Skylar.
here we go.
That's funny to me.
Look at that.
You guys should form a band. How about that, Skylar? What do you think?
I'm sure they will. I'm not really worried about it.
Alright.
So I met Ben and Karen at an amazing festival, music festival called the Wild Goose Festival. I can never remember what Carolina. Is it North Carolina?
Asheville.
Or South?
Asheville, North Carolina.
got it.
North Carolina,
Yes. And it was amazing. We were in a songwriter round together, and I instantly just fell for Ben's beautiful songwriting and beautiful voice. And then just connected with him when we stepped off stage for a few moments and got to actually meet on a friend level. And then, of course, Karen. And it was just, I think, meant to be that you came into my life, and I'm so happy they've been able to join me. They are living in San Diego. They were able to join me at Randy's Jingle Ball this year, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And we have lots of things planned for the future, lots of co-writing and other things together, more house concerts and things like that. But tell us a little bit about where in San Diego you are, and I always like to check in with people because, you know, we have viewers from all over, not just the country, but we have someone from Germany watching, had someone from Japan checking in. So I'd love to know what things are like where you are. Where in San Diego and what things are like.
We're in La Mesa,
Okay.
and which is a fair way out east. So I think a lot of the stuff is happening in North County and downtown. But we've been locked down now for 4 weeks as of Wednesday.
Wow.
So we've been locked down for quite a long time.
Wow.
So we're fine. We're going a little stir crazy. Much like you,
We're fine this minute.
Yeah.
right.
Now.
It comes in waves.
Right.
You know, it's like grief. It's circular. So one day you'll be fine, the next minute you just you're running around the house like a crazy person. But we've been doing a lot of live streaming. In fact, this is day 5 straight for us as well.
Amazing.
So we've been doing a lot of what you've been doing and loving that. Just loving connecting with people all over the place, and especially when it's a chance to kind of connect with a different community. We love that as well.
Yeah, well, you guys were. One of the things I know about Ben is that he tours a lot. You guys tour and gig a lot, and you're working, musicians. And I know Karen's also a writer. I know that you do that too. But it is such an odd thing to just not be able to reach out the way that we normally do in any aspect. Completely cut off. So we're having to be really creative. And you're doing like a church sort of thing from your home, but you're also doing this crazy happy hour from your home, and seems like and it's been going well for you, and it seems like you're being really creative about the way that you're putting yourself out there. Are you happy with the response? Are you surprised from the response? Are you
We've got a kitten coming on board now as well. Just to speak to this.
This is just the views just keep going up.
If you Jack and Diane, little kitties named Jack and Diane.
Okay.
Jack and Diane.
Honestly, the
Come
more
on.
kids and animals you can bring onto the show, the better. The views are just going up and up.
Just spiking right now.
Just spiking right now. Keep going.
Yeah, we have 4 adults, 1 child, 2 cats, and a dog in this household. So
Wow.
it's a little like a circus.
Wow, right. But you're not lonely. You're not lonely. Yeah.
That's right. I think we have the opposite issue.
Right.
Yeah.
We actually would like to be alone occasionally.
Yeah.
I have the reverse problem where I am introverted and I haven't been alone in a month now.
Oh, well, you're doing great, sweetheart.
Good
You're
times.
doing great.
Yeah, that's fun.
But the live streams we've just loved. I mean, I was doing those beforehand, and I think that the way the world is adapting is really interesting.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of people who I think were scrambling to kind of get there. I think particularly a lot of churches, a little bit older in their technology, is kind of scrambling.
Right.
But we have a closed group right now with our pastors, and so we kind of have been live streaming church for 4 weeks straight.
Right.
And the Heathen Happy Hour is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, so it's a bit
Got
later
it.
for you guys
Yep.
out there. We've been doing that for 3-4 weeks as well, and
Good
we're
for you.
absolutely loving that.
Good for you.
And we're just locked in, after a couple of weeks where there are a few shaky things, we've locked in a theme, which is your idea.
Oh yeah, we're doing an unholy trinity theme. So every week we have a new set of 3 things. So this past week it was Disney, Dixie Chicks, and drag.
Wow.
Yeah. So everyone's favorite combinations is what we're doing.
But no one's doing that, so there you go.
Right. Yeah,
no
exactly.
one's
I
doing
mean,
that.
if not now, when?
Right. Well, yeah.
I think we're looking at Broadway breakups and beer.
Ah.
Yeah, this is what boredom has done to us.
So
Yeah.
if any of your people there have some suggestions for 3,
Oh, they
obviously
will. Don't worry.
alliteration has to be
Well,
one of them.
Alliteration.
Yeah, Gio's watching, so Gio might have some good ideas.
Love a good alliteration.
No, and also, I mean, like you said, I like the fact that you're just reaching out to everyone. You're just like throwing the net wide, and you're just all included. I love that.
It all belongs.
Yeah, and also having your little one there, that's different too. It is. Everyone's in a different situation. The people who are doing social isolation alone. Versus the people alone with animals, versus the people alone with children, versus the people alone with a partner and children, versus the people alone with roommates. There's so many different ways that people are doing this, and so I just kudos to making it work. And also I saw this thing today online too, making it work for what works for you, right? Like understanding, and I know you guys believe in this because you write about this, Ben, in your music, that there is just no one right way, not one thing that works for everyone, and sort of honoring that at this time,
Absolutely.
So, so I'm so happy to have you here. I am a for real fan. I'm a fangirl. And I would love it if you would play a little something for our audience. A lot of these people know you and love you already, but a lot of these people have no idea who you are and what you do. So could you give them a little something maybe?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what we're going to play tonight is not part of the Ben Grace catalogue, when we met across Instagram about a year and a half ago, and I was a fan of Karen's writing before we actually became in a relationship. But we have a new project which we're launching called Story and Tune. So we're going to play one of the songs that we've got. I think there's a video out, right?
On Instagram.
On Instagram of this, and it's we're working on the recording right now. We hope to have it out. Well, we were planning July 4, but we might have it out sooner.
God knows.
because,
Who knows?
because what is plans? You know,
Tomorrow?
Right. What are your plans, right?
So yeah, but I might get Karen to speak to it because she wrote this. She's writer, but lyricist is her main thing here, and she wrote all this from front to back.
Yeah, well, I mean, so the deal with Story and Tune is we're doing kind of a bespoke songwriting project. So the idea is to capture other people's stories and memories and really have them participate in the co-writing experience with us. And so this is one of the first ones that we sort of, as we were preparing to launch this thing, we did some test rounds and some practice. So this song started out being about my best girlfriend and an evening that we were having with her, and then morphed into a song about the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Like you do.
Wow.
So, perfectly reasonable trajectory, obviously. And now we've got this one. But I've come to really love this song. I feel like it's one of the most hopeful songs that we have. And especially, it wound up being about kind of this motherhood that is hidden in this idea of the American dream and this idea of nurture and care and tending to each other. And I think we need all and more of that every day right now. So
Absolutely.
it's called Torch.
Awesome.
She don't keep a record of the wrongs that we will carry. She is hell-bent and wary. She was always quick to cry. And hope is swoop in circles that she used to be afraid of. The shapes that she is made of, well, it happens, they can fly. And she don't believe in Jesus, not the way you think she should. But it's mercy that she's holding, and she's holding on for good. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, she's aching at the edges. Yeah, she's breaking at the seams. She has always been a dreamer, but her midnight's closing in. She's a vessel and a healer. Love can pick its poison. She is swallowing the noise, and she is staying till we win. And she don't believe in Jesus, not the way you think she should. But it's mercy that she's holding. No, she don't believe in Jesus, not the way you think she should. There's mercy that she's holding, and she's holding on for good. So bring your tired and hurt old masses, bring your yearning to breathe free. Bring your never was and has-beens, bring your desperate liberty. She is mothering the exiles, she is coming home for more. She is holding back the lightning, she is lighting up the shore. And she don't believe in Jesus, not the way you think she should. But it's mercy that she's holding. No, she don't believe in Jesus, not the way you think she should. But it's mercy that she's holding, and she's holding on for good. Oh, yeah, she's holding on for good. Oh,
guys could see the little exploding hearts and the little stuff.
Exploding hearts.
Yes, big claps. Seth, so great. Yay, Ben Grace. Lee is on, the Coulter's on. Yay, so many people happy to have you on. And,
So Tony wants to for you to say your name again.
yes.
Just say your name
right,
again.
Yes.
Ben Grace.
All right.
Yes, and I always put links up too, probably in the morning or at the end on Friday, so that you can find your music. And that's an excellent segue for me to say, where can people find your music? And in this time where I know full-time musicians are just simply doing whatever they can, so I always preface it with, we understand that a lot of people are out of work right now, and it's not a great time for everyone to be tipping or even to be buying music. But if you're able to, even if it's just sending love, or in the future, if you think you'd like to buy some music, tell us some of your links and where they can find you.
Yeah, so I'm Ben Grace Music everywhere on Instagram. I'm also on PayPal on Ben Grace Music, Venmo on Ben Grace Music. So BenGrace Music. You can get me everywhere. I think right now one of the things that I'm loving is Spotify and being creative with making playlists.
Yeah.
So you can find me there. Obviously, you can stream that for free if you're on there. Also, Apple Music. But I think the most important thing is to like and save the song and then put it to one of your playlists and listen to it regularly. That's a huge thing, I think, for musicians, to just build that in this time and just to kind of keep yourself, entertained. So I have a brand new song that was supposed to be out like 3 weeks ago. I've been at war with my digital distributors. It's actually a cover of The Sound of Silence, which I think
Beautiful. I bet you doing that is amazing.
Yeah, I kind of a friend of mine asked me to do it for Lent. And so it was supposed to be out a long time ago, and it is online on their podcast and on SoundCloud, but it's not on Spotify and Apple Music yet. Hopefully, in the next 24, 48 hours, it will be.
So go to Spotify and follow, and then...
Amazing. Well, they will. Well, people are loving hearing you. This is such a fun way to do things. I know lots of people are finding really creative ways to go live, but one of the things I love about this is I get to talk to you. It is kind of like a mini talk show because I get to interview you, but they're honestly questions that I want to know about people I love. It was great to see your daughter. This is beautiful, and it makes my heart happy. And if this can be a distraction for just a short while in the day, it's really great. And what a beautiful distraction. People are loving your songs. So thank you for sharing. Thanks for taking the time. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting beautiful music. And I know that we will be together again in, who knows, in Nashville, in Carolina, in San Diego, at the Jingle Ball. Can you imagine the Jingle Ball? It's going to be amazing this year.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's not a virtual ball. I think it's going to, and if it is, it'll be 5 hours, but I think it's going to be great.
24 hours.
Yes, why not? We could do, actually, I feel like we could do it. Yes, so Andrew will be holding the camera the whole time. So now I'm going to ask you, one of the things I've been doing every night is with the people we're checking in with, I'm asking them 3 questions, same 3 questions, just to get different people's perspective. You can take them as seriously or as lightly as you want. You can be funny, you can go deep, whatever you're feeling, okay? So the first question is, what do you find has been the hardest part of this time of social isolation and distancing?
So I identify as an extrovert. So I think I really do just miss people and the opportunity just to go down the pub and have a beer, something that I've been missing. But I think the biggest thing is for me, I also identify on the Enneagram, which is kind of a sort of a personality spiritual practice construct. I identify as a 3, which is a performer or an achiever. And so for me, my work is really important. And so in this period where that work has been difficult, and I'm so grateful for the live stream because otherwise I'd just be losing my mind entirely because work is difficult.
Yeah, it is. The hardest, yes, I agree. I mean, I'm feeling you completely. It's really hard to not be able to do what we do, and I'm sad about the Goose. It's a festival that I've had the great good fortune to sing at. That's how we met, and I'm just not... They haven't officially made any announcements yet, but it's this beautiful collection of thousands of people, beautiful musicians and great people coming together, and leaders and speakers, and I don't know if that's going to happen. It makes me sad, one of the many festivals. But yeah, I agree. Okay, so then now let's flip that. If there is a bright side, and you might have touched on it already, what do you feel could be the bright side to this time of, yeah, right. Wow, that timing was too good.
Imaginary fish.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Skylar, come look at this. Who doesn't love a unicorn fish?
I love a unicorn fish.
Beautiful.
Hey,
I think for me, the bright sides are, I mean, that is one of the bright sides.
Yes.
That is the loss of school is a hard one.
Yes.
But the opportunity to get to do the kind of teaching and learning that we want to do and do arts and music and stuff is fun. So that's been good. But then I think the biggest bright side for me is with the live streaming that we've been doing with our little church, with our human happy hours, with all of that. Our audience now, we're able to include a bunch of people that we weren't able to include before. And I think that like my parents have gotten to be at a lot of our stuff.
Yeah, sweet. Very
and
sweet.
I think there's something really beautiful about that. We've got this whole new little community that's all connected. And that's been really lovely.
So sweet. So sweet. Yep. And then the little foot stomps behind is just so perfect.
Right.
Hey, will you do me a favor and send me that picture? One of the things I'm doing is people, kiddos from all over have been sending in pictures. We print them out and we put them on the wall behind me. So you have to send me unicorn
Perfect.
fish. 'Cause
Not the original.
Absolutely.
You don't have to send the original.
Yeah, Andrew's very clear. Keep the original.
Keep it
That's
for
gonna be
your-
worth something. Yeah.
You have a little gallery going there.
Yeah, I do.
We
Yeah.
do.
There's this tiger fish too. That's very
Okay, so then.
Tiger fish,
Oh,
starfish,
yes.
unicorn fish,
Okay.
and zebrafish.
perfect.
Okay, I love it. Okay. It was great. Okay, so then the last question is, what have you learned from this experience? What have you learned?
Well, I've been in therapy for the last couple of years, and what I am learning is I think for me, my entire life as an extrovert, it's always been about going outside myself for affirmation as a performer as well, and going outside myself for like my needs, my wants. And so I'm forced right now to just have my own self, and obviously, someone who's deeply around, who love me, but just myself to kind of really learn how to love, learn how to soothe, learn how to just kind of cheer myself up when I'm kind of having a bad day. Like yesterday, I went into my little cave for a few hours and watched Taylor Swift's Reputation tour because I'm just like, I've just got to do something that kind of feeds my soul. So that's something I'm learning for sure. Is just kind of, for many of us, I think we've used the world and life and our busy calendars as a distraction to really do the self-work that we probably need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a great note to end on. Well, you know that you know what I feel about you guys, and from the looks of my Facebook page, that you have a lot of new fans, and that makes me so happy. People will be able to check you out, and I look forward to the time that we can be together, get the girls together, and be in the same space with lots of hugs. But until then, just take care. Keep making beautiful music, and I'm definitely going to make sure you remind me when your shows are. Message me, and I'm going to check them out because I definitely want to be part of that. Breakups, Broadway, and Beer sounds like a CD I might have released a couple years ago. So, anyway, I love you guys, okay? Stay safe, and thanks for being you, okay? All right, mwah, big kisses.
Too. Bye.
Bye, guys. You bet. Bye. Oh, I have the best friends. They're wonderful. I'm so glad that I got to turn them on to you. I'm so glad you tuned in tonight. It's really great to see people popping up, and thanks for the watch parties. Thanks for the people that share this. It's just, I love my community. Tomorrow's a big night here. It's a kids show for kids with kids, brought to you by kids. My kid, other people's kids, great kids that I love. Some music from a kids band, and just lots of great stuff happening. Dress up in costume. Again, if you want to send pictures of yourself in, I'll try to show them on our little live feed. And I'm going to end with a song. I usually try to end with something just different, something that I don't normally do at all. And I'm going to do that tonight. I believe that there are no coincidences. So tonight, Andrew and I were talking about the state of the world, and a notebook fell out not from the closet. I'd taken some books out, and it fell because he doesn't ever pan down. Don't pan down. But
why would I do that?
I'm not even wearing shoes, but honestly, but
Nor
it's a
am
mess
I.
down here. No, but you are wearing an entirely nice outfit. You have pants
Outfoot?
and a shirt.
Did you say outfoot?
Outfoot. I'm just thinking about don't show my feet. But anyway, it's because I don't have shoes on. Did I mention we were outside today? It's that kind of a day in Nashville. So these books fell out, and a book fell out of the pile that I was trying to clean up. And a song opened, and I thought, that is so crazy, because I had no idea what I was going to sing for the second song. This is a song that I've sung at 3 different memorials, and it's because it is a song about hope and connection. It's a cover song, and I want to hear you all singing loudly.
Is the only finish. Stand by me whenever you're in trouble. Just stand by me. Oh, stand by me, and I will stand by you, and you'll stand by me.
I did hear a cat meowing. Good drumming there, Skylar Faith. I loved it. That was leg drumming by Skylar Faith. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I love my tribe. I love being here with you nightly. Tune in tomorrow. Bring the kids. Lots of costumes for everyone. And love you, sweetie. Thanks for dancing. Thanks for singing. Take care of one another. Be safe, love. Love you.
Bye.